finish it up, man. Look, good friends, good time, good people, and fortunately, my friends have good internet. Because I tell you what, boy, we almost had a custom fit today. But you got a new coach. It's a new beginning. It's a new day on the highest of Seven Hills. The return of the native son. Oh, I mean, he's really a South Florida native, but he graduated from FAMU. So at this point, cut us some slack, right? Y'all excited? Marcus a little excited about this recruiting. And how y'all feeling about next season, though? What kind of excitement? We got season tickets to maybe buy, lies to tell. Who we gonna beat by 40? Like, how y'all feeling about next season because of the new regime?
Let me start off by saying there's a lot of things that we got to see through. All right, we got off to a great start. We got the right person who knows the culture. We got some great things in terms of the contract. In the contract, we got this fundraiser happening. In between now and then, he's got to fill out his staff and recruit some of the players back who were trying to get in the portal, along with get his players in, and the university itself. We're in alignment. We got to stay in alignment. We got to raise these funds. Those things in the contract, we got to make sure the funds are there when they're due.
Mm-hmm.
Summer school, I'm thinking about specifically. We don't need no hiccups when summer school happens. We don't need no hiccups when his signing bonus is due. And all those things, all those incentives, we got to have the money there. So, Rally Nation, we got to do our part. That being said, I anticipate all that to happen. That being said, I think he's going to put together a phenomenal staff. I think he's going to have a FBS level recruiting class. He went 20-4 in 3 seasons in his SIAC. Like versus like, 20-4, including going to the championship game in season 1.
Uh-huh.
All right, and for those who don't know, out of conference, he played Valdosta State, who had Tremaine Jackson, and barely lost. That particular game was a close game. And Wingate, who was another school in North Carolina, PWI, that went to the playoffs. So judging by what he did in year 1 there, along with this is home, he's going to have the support. He's ready for this moment. I think the potential is there to have especially when you see what's happening in the SWAC East and who's in the portal and coordinators may be moving. And I think the opportunity that presented itself to Tremaine Jackson because of timing on the west side this past season, will present itself to the Rattlers. So I'm expecting a successful season. I'm expecting 8 to 9 wins, as the floor. So, and regardless of what we expect, what I love about the hires, I know QG expected. I know QG not only expected, he knows that Rally Nation expected. And so the standard is the standard. I ain't got to say that. I know he gets it. And he's faced adversity, right? He's faced adversity as a coach and as a player. I mean, the championship run, a lot of Rally Nation still ain't forgave him. so
I'm still mad about that, brother.
I know he's a man. He can handle adversity, and he's a leader of men. And so I'm ecstatic, man. And expectations are going to be high. Point blank.
Okay, well, I might be in the somewhat of the minority when I say what I'll say based on looking forward to the future. So big word for me is going to be patience. And while I'm not going to limit Coach Gray and his staff and his recruits to not being able to pull a 1-year turnaround, I'm not going to limit him to that because I'm a competitor at heart. I understand what I'm also a believer in saying what you want and working towards that thing. So I will never put them in the box. And I'm a real Rattler. So, I mean, a win is a win is a win for us Rattlers. So, what I will say is that I am going to walk into this off-season, preseason with the word patience for him and his staff and what he would build, what he would bring. I believe in his ability to build. I believe in his ability to assimilate the players and the staff, assemble those pieces of the program. He's built a program before. This program needs some building, needs some retooling and bringing some folks back who might be ready, considering walking out the door. So I have firm belief and faith in him, but I'm also going to walk with patience to let him do what he needs to do. We gave him 5 years. We're excited about the 5 years. I want to see how he builds this thing up. And if it just so happens that at year one we rocking and rolling, I might have to bet Alba or Troy after that. I just might.
So
Troy, your name got called, so come on now.
So for me, my bad. Go ahead.
I hear what Ash is saying, and please understand, we got to understand trauma when we see it. And part of what happened last year is everybody's reluctance to get overly excited. I ain't that person.
Not.
You can speak life and death through the power of the tongue. This has been manifested. Big Sir's fur coat told me we need to get ready to be in Atlanta next year. I need to get me a fur coat. I done been on Shein looking for a fur coat. We gonna be in Atlanta. Bet your eyebrows, your chest hair. Let's go.
I know that's right.
Come on, J Peeps.
So for me, I'm gonna come out straight with that. I do expect 7 to 9. I think that's right where I feel like this team will be this year. We only know of 2 dates that are for sure locks. September 12th against Miami. So we might be playing potentially, if the playoff shakes out this way, we might be playing the national champions. Who knows? And then also too, November 21st, we play Bethune. We don't know about Camping World Stadium right now. Hopefully it's in Ray J personally. But outside of that, of course, on the road to Alabama State, on the road to Jackson, on the road to Lorman against Alcorn. And then you have Southern Valley, Pine Bluff, Alabama A&M. They all come here too. We don't know the Orange Blossom Classic opponent yet. Sounds like it might be Tennessee State, maybe, from what I've heard. It could be somebody else. I've heard Tennessee State, South Carolina State. I've heard Sanford might be an opponent. At this point, I'll just be glad when the schedule comes out. But I go back again to, what Nick Saban always says, get the right people on board, get the people that have high expectations, get rid of the people that have low expectations or mediocrity. Get the people that are going to buy into the same principle of the program and that want to do it right all the time and consistently well. But I do believe that Quinn Gray will be the one to get certain people in order. So I will say I do think my safe spot is 7 to 9 wins next year. I'm leaning more towards 9 right now. But who knows? We'll see. You never know. You could be hosting a SWAC championship. Never know. Hey, nobody expected Tremaine to be there.
That's right.
You're right about that. My girl Tashay couldn't be here tonight.
I'm in camp 7 wins myself. So I think 7 wins is kind of the standard.
Go ahead, Ash.
My girl Tashay couldn't be here tonight. She's traveling, holiday travel. But she told me to make sure. So shout out to Tashay, the other half of Fang Exchange. She wanted me to make sure that I give her prediction. And this is her prediction. I'm gonna read exactly what she says. Tell them that I expect Quinn to beat Valley by 40. That's it.
We all do. We all do.
Right on, sister. Right on.
Go.
Absolutely.
No, I'm kind of aligned with everybody else. I think 7 wins, and I'll give the first year caveat to get everything in place, because you can't always get everything first year, and there's no indictment of QG's coaching acumen or anything. But I
Right.
do believe with all the turnaround and everything going on, and I'm glad that the process started early so he can hit the ground running at the beginning of January instead of the last time we went through a coaching search. But I would say 7-win minimum. And I guess more importantly would be improved, if not improved playmaking and decision making, if not outright wins against the ones that really caused us issues this year, being Jackson State, Alabama State, and Valley. Those things cannot
Why
happen.
do we have to name Valley? That is crazy.
Yeah, the fact that it's come up, yeah. But most certainly, and we'll have to see how the outer conference shakes out, because I think we have at least 2 more that we need to line up in addition to Miami to see who those what schools are represented there. But just I want to say overall improvement in terms of how the games are managed, what decisions are being made, and I think Quinn's growth and maturation over the years, even from the time from when he was here last time coaching, about 11, 12 years ago up until now, and in his interview with us on OG Strike Zone a couple weeks ago, kind of shows where that growth is and where we expect things to go.
EA, no, there's 12 games. 12 games was approved for FCS indefinitely. So every year you can schedule 12.
And when we're looking at that, right? And I love that Kelvin mentioned that 12 games is something for every year, right? Is that something where when we're looking at the Orange Blossom Classic, we mentioned the Florida Classic, are these some of the ways where now we can start having Quinn Gray come out there and start raising funds with his personality, with his name, with his cachet, and with his experience for the university in ways that maybe the previous administration couldn't, because, faith had been lost in the program largely because of, the president search, but also because we came off a 12-win season to 7 wins.
I think there's going to be great alignment with Quinn and the administration in every aspect. And you can see it in the contract, in every aspect of the program, frankly. For people who may not know, when Quinn was at Lincoln High School, we installed a turf field at FAMU, and we had spring jamboree and fall jamboree at Bragg Stadium that brought all the schools. In spring, it brought all the schools from like Madison County through Wakulla to East Gaston. Everybody had a jamboree and at the stadium over what was it, a 2-day period, I think it was. So that's the kind of relationship he has with the high school coaches and talent. That also brought funds to the athletic department because they paid for the rental of the stadium and some other amenities. So to your point, Keith, I know he thinks more deeper than perhaps other coaches do, and I'm sure it wouldn't shock me to see something like that happen. I know the state championship game is down in Miami this year and next year. Well, it was this year and next year. I think it's 2-year one. Then it's supposed to come back, I think, Central Florida and then back to North Florida. I wouldn't be surprised to see it come back to Bragg whenever it comes back this way. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the alignment and the synergy between the coach, the administration, and the board we have. We just have to keep that momentum going.
Yep, and that's how you win championships. To be honest, you always hear it across the board in college sports. If you can, like sometimes you get your one-offs where you just have a great coach and a great team, but that alignment from top to bottom, from the university president to the ADs to the special assistants to the coach to the coaching staff, all the way down, and everybody's in alignment. That's championship level energy and effort that that bodes well.
Watch the Rattler F Club too. Watch the former athletes, football specifically. I've seen in some of their groups and some of their chatter, and they're extremely all in on this hire
Mhm.
also, and so expect them to be more active in sending their recruits to the Hill, um, contributing financially more than what they have in the past, and being present, being at the stadium, in the stadium,
Mhm.
because they believe in and they understand that the person leading the program uh, went through the same blood, sweat, and tears that they did, and won a lot, and always has been a son of the university and a great representative, great person too.
Yes.
We talk about all the accolades as a coach and as a player, but Quinn is a great person
Mhm.
Yes.
with a great family. So he represents everything you want in someone leading your team.
I'm excited for the spring game, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't wait. I'm excited to see what this team's
Absolutely.
gonna look like. I wish they could play tomorrow.
Got to get some players first.
That's true too. That's true too. That's how antsy I am. I'm just
And all of
ready.
that,
Graduated.
and you kind of hinted at it earlier.
Yeah, it'll be here soon enough.
Yeah.
How many of this roster that is in the transfer portal do you think is going to come back next year?
I think that's to be determined. It depends on the coaches coming in, the style of
Mhm.
play, what kind of, frankly, evaluation they have on the kids. And I'm not talking it so much on the field. I think some of the challenges going to be were you a good teammate? Were
Yes.
you
Mhm.
disciplined? Did
Mhm.
you put in the work?
Mhm.
Quinn is a very disciplined guy,
Yeah.
Yes.
and those guys who try to get over on talent, they're not gonna be invited back,
And I'll and I'll tell you.
even if they had talent, you know.
Yep. And what I'll
So
say is that I've had personal conversations with a few of those individuals, and of course, the conversation is spot on what Kelvin said. Like the coach has the, it was announced today. What's his philosophy? How do they fit in on both sides, on the field, off the field? So those are the conversations that are being had as we speak. But I've had conversations, and I understand the sentiment of those individuals that got in the portal. And obviously, we all know the sentiment, as coaching changes will push most people to consider that. I do know a lot of the players who haven't necessarily announced any type of portal departures. They've been all waiting to see how this all played out, and now we see. And I've seen a lot of them show excitement. So I think the ones who are exploring the portal and fit for the scheme and the locker room teammate style that Quinn has will be able to come back, and we have a chance. Just know that we do have a chance. We just have to, things just have to align, and we can't speak for Coach Quinn. We have to let him decide what that means.
Yeah. Yeah. I think like certain guys like, oh my gosh, Jamal Haley.
And
I feel like
before I throw
go
a
ahead.
computer, right? Come on, JPs.
Oh, well, I was just gonna say, guys like Jamal Haley, Ace Cobb. I do remember hearing like Ace Cobb was somebody that he did want Quinn Gray to get this job. He wanted to play for him. So I mean, I'm excited to see like what he can be at his fullest potential. I feel like his hand injury kind of hampered him early in the year. Then he started to come on slowly at the end. So I'm curious and excited to see what he's able to do with like, another offseason to rehab his hand back to full strength and then be able to contribute in this offense like he's really capable of.
I've seen a few little items in the chat, and a lot of it revolves around a dedicated recruiting coordinator. We're in a new era. That title may have a different name, but if you see something like GM of football operations, that's what that is. Just so you know, that is a all-encompassing job now. So just be aware that you might not see a national recruiting court. It may be something else.
All agree. Yeah, I'm hopeful for some of that myself, man. Not gonna lie with y'all on that. So as we get ready, right? We're a few months away. A couple of coaching moves that need to happen. Recruiting needs to happen. Rattler Nation's excited. Asking everybody to make some donations here, right? Let's have everybody give your closing thoughts so we can close it out and everybody can get ready to start making their Christmas food.
You on mute,
You
Kelvin?
mute, Kelvin?
Yeah, you must have been reading my mind, man. Actually, I got to do almost all the cooking for Christmas, so that's exactly what's on. I got to finish all this prep tonight. But my final thoughts are this. First of all, let me say Merry Christmas to everybody, the panel, as well as the audience at large. Thank you for supporting us, for watching us. And my thoughts are that there's reason to be excited in Rattler Nation.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of positive things happening, both from infrastructure standpoint as well as you will see better disciplined players in play. You will see better coach players in play. You will watch the game and not be wondering, well, why are we doing this like that pump formation? We'll have less of the. We'll look like the way the Rattlers should look, and we'll have some Florida speed. Those things I think you can count on. The rest of it we have to see if it comes together. But again, I have to give a shout out to Suggs and everybody who was a part of this process and making this happen, because it was done in FAMU terms about as professionally and as thorough and as quickly as it could be done. And I appreciate that. It wasn't a bunch of drama, and I hope that becomes institutionalized, and that's the way we operate moving forward.
Right.
Yes.
Come on through, Troy.
Oh man. We told y'all this was happening. Not no football scoop people, not no people in faraway lands. The FAMU Avengers told you this was happening, and hold the faith. Everybody wanted this to happen in 2 seconds. It needed to be done properly, and it was done properly. Not only was it done properly, you are excited about it. You're donating. You're asking about season tickets. This is what a program looks like. Top down, on the field play, marketing, administration, everybody in sync, in step for one goal. Number 18. That's the goal. So I'm excited. I'm blessed. I'm cancer free. This
Amen.
is one of the best gifts that Rattler Nation could have gotten after what we saw the last 2 years. And we kept thinking it was going to get better. It didn't. Okay. So that lady made a change. And she made the change y'all asked for. I got to give credit where credit is due. Also, to the panel, thank y'all for embracing me, because me and my fat mouth was just off in the echo chamber of myself, yelling to the top of my lungs and betting eyebrows and chest hairs. So thank you for welcoming me. Merry Christmas to everybody and Happy New Year.
We love you, Troy.
Good. Come on through, J Peeps.
Well, first thing I want to say is before I do tomorrow, I get started on like making brisket for Christmas. I know it's gonna be different. We're doing like a full-on smoked brisket instead of like turkey. But tonight we watch Christmas Family Vacation and eat ice cream. Yes, Troy knows what I'm talking about. Yes. But all in all, I mean, I will say, I do think that we made the right hire here. He's going to get the support that he needs. I'm already excited because I'm going to renew these season tickets for sure. I look forward to being down in Miami, Orange Blossom Classic. I'm looking forward to, making a trip up for the spring game and seeing that as well. I'm just excited overall. We have been saying this since what? Alabama State game? Probably Jackson State game, probably. I'm amazed that it came to fruition, and can't wait to see how it all plays out. We're gonna have to give him time with this 5-year deal. Again, year one may not be pretty. Then again, year one they may come out looking like geez, which one was it? They may come out looking like the 2001 Patriots. Who knows? So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I can't wait. Like I said, I wish they could line it up and play tomorrow, but I know you got to get players in, got to recruit, got to do what you do. But yeah, I'm excited.
All right, yeah, for me, it's good to see career progression for Quinn Gray. He's worked his way up. He's hit pretty much all the stops you could in terms of being a head coach in high school, being an FBS analyst, and then leading his program and coming back to his alma mater. So I'm excited about that, excited to see his growth and to see what he does for FAMU while he's here, and also to see how the school matures and develops in terms of operating the overall department in a way that is sustainable, that it's not personality dependent, and it's not maybe even wins or loss dependent, but it's more dependent on supporting the program holistically. So, I think he'll be a good catalyst for that we don't have any of the drop off that we saw after we won a championship. And so I think he'll be a great coach for FAMU. He'll bring in the right people, have the right staff, have the right players, and make sure that he continues to do us proud. And also, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone.
I'll go before Kelvin, since split up the OSG a little bit. For Brian, I'm definitely gonna say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's a great day for FAMU, Rattler Nation, largely because, again, we've already stated enough about Quinn Gray coming home, but there's hope. We talk about in the Rattler Charge where faint, and you just, it's not there. It hadn't been there. That Rattler Charge has been very lifeless, very a waste of time because it was just a charge, but it was a charge that had no energy behind it, that had no promise behind it. But now it seems like the Rattler Charge is real, and doesn't matter who does it, doesn't matter if they do it great at it or not great at it. It actually now means something because we're fielding an athletic product that's going to follow through. A lot of this season, I didn't feel like we were going to get any follow through, but I feel like at least 7 wins, and I feel like the data supports that. So that's not just me, trying to give y'all eyebrows and chest hairs and talking outside of my neck. But when I come over here and look at first-year coach Jackson State, 7 wins. When I look at first-year coach at Prairie View, 7 wins plus. When I'm looking at Chennisberry, first year, MEAC, 7 wins plus. So you won't be hearing a lot of the standard from me, but we're back in Bragg. It means that when you come to Bragg Stadium, expect to get your ass kicked.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the standard.
That's what it is, right? You got to restore the strike. That's our other little thing. Restore the strike.
All right. Well, I mean, I think I started off, Keith. Just thank everybody for watching the ONG and all of our platforms and supporting this collaborative show. And again, as we say, we'll continue to do some of this as things dictate. Also, we're putting together our guest lists for upcoming shows and going into the new year, and that'll be. And so we'll just stay tuned. Whether we do a show next Wednesday night, I'm not sure yet. But we'll let you know on social media. But I know that first show, that first Wednesday in um in January, make sure you be there because we should have a pretty loaded lineup for that show. But thank you. Please like, share our shows, and continue to support us. And if you have any ideas, things you like, you don't like, or guests you would like to see us bring on, please email us at ONG StrikeZone. Was that at Gmail, Marcus?
At gmail.com.
Yeah, yeah. Well, please communicate, interact with us, and we'll continue to bring you new content. Thank you. Happy holidays, everybody.
Let me give you one last thing before we go off.
Go ahead.
Fan Exchange's show every holiday is landing on Thursdays. Seems like New Year's, Thanksgiving, of course, Thanksgiving, Christmas. So we will not have a show. Obviously, Christmas is on Thursday. We want all family members to enjoy your family. So Merry Christmas from that perspective. We will have to find another day probably the next few weeks because at this point, all the holidays are falling on our traditional podcast night, or our show night. So just want to make sure I make that clear. Not traveling, but we'll find another night and we'll make sure y'all know about whatever night we decide to get on and chit chat a little bit. Merry Christmas to everybody.
A playoff watch party with Fan Exchange. That would be good, I think.
That would be fun. That would be fun.
Let's
maybe,
talk about
maybe we get all the shows on one network. Maybe we get them on BCSN or something like that. That might be some fun,
Yeah.
All right. I think everybody went, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think everybody's been good to go, man. So for everybody, the Avengers, and of course, y'all know Nick Fury can't be here. So for Brian Fulford and everybody here, we definitely want to say thank you again. And we're looking forward for next season. So when we hear spring game, I'm just saying, are the Avengers going to reassemble for the spring game?
Oh, you know it.
I mean, we're reassembling. I mean, we can reassemble for the recruiting class if you want to.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
when the schedule drops,
I've already talked to Brian about that. So got some in the works. Got to work out some things, but we can maybe do a signing day thing.
Basketball tournament.
Yes.
In Atlanta.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Men's side only.
Should we make it?
You know what? I went the whole show. There's one thing I wanted to say. I went the whole show without even needing my water. But Keith, Troy, you almost made me drink my water. But Keith, here we go. I thought we was gonna make the whole show without having to take a sip.
Hey man, just because the laptop want to act stupid, don't mean the jokes ain't gonna keep coming. Oh man. Well,
anyway,
for everybody here, man, look, we'll be back for the spring game. Probably recruiting special, and we got some more recruiting stuff coming up, man. So we'll catch y'all later. Appreciate y'all and thank y'all for a wonderful season for everybody. ONG StrikeZone and everything in the Orange and Green Network.